Hello, Steve. Today is Tuesday, January the 14th. I would like to start by saying I'm saddened by the news that you were unable to complete your own 10-mile challenge. I myself have a confession of my own, one of two accomplishments and one complete failure. Accomplishment the first, I discovered a 2.5-mile circuit in my neighborhood which I plan to use for this 500-mile challenge. Accomplishment the second, I ran 2 laps of this circuit yesterday and totaled 5 miles. And, sadly, because of a busy and procrastination-filled Saturday and Sunday, I only ran those 5 miles of the 10. Sound familiar? I nearly made the decision to go for that 10 miles last night, but erred on the side of caution as night running is probably not the best call. And while that means I did not succeed in the challenge, I do think that was a smart choice. What I have learned from this experience is the importance of having something known as an insurance policy. And what an insurance policy means is running those miles a little bit earlier so that towards the end of our 500-mile challenge, we're not trying to overdo it. Now, on the success side of things, 2 of my challenges are really starting to progress. I learned to cook 3 new meals this weekend. On Friday, I mastered the art of French toast. On Saturday, I learned a recipe for shepherd's pie. And perhaps one of the most delicious and melt-in-your-mouth recipes for chocolate cake I've ever tasted. Some of the things I learned about cooking this weekend are the following. A good recipe goes a long way, and following it step by step can lead to something amazing. Secondly, peeling potatoes is a skill, and a skill that I am completely terrible at. I'm hoping that practice will make perfect. Hopefully. And thirdly, peeling carrots makes you glad you're not peeling potatoes. Way easier. Now, to respond to a comment made by my sister Emily on our Facebook page, I definitely am interested in learning how to do a risotto. I am willing to learn many a dish, so anybody out there watching this video, please feel free to leave a comment on our Facebook group or on this video on YouTube if you have any good ideas or any recipes you think I might be good at learning. I'm always looking for good ideas from the people around me. Now, moving on to my math resource, the idea would be to use such an open-ended problem as an assignment towards the end of a unit. Students would be encouraged to make connections to everything they learned in that unit, and the result could end up being a nice summary sheet. It would also give me, the teacher, some insight on the way they're thinking. I ended up being able to fill out 4 pages, and I could have gone even deeper if I really wanted to. The first 2 pages goes over everything most grade 10 students should be able to do, and the last 2 pages show where a grade 10 student could potentially bring it if they really dug deep. So Steve, I'm going to send you a copy of my solution and ask you to upload it to the Rad Bromance website. That way, anybody interested can take a look at it, and anyone who doesn't really care that much about math can just sort of look past it and ignore it. Building off of this idea, I've made a second one of these resources, this time giving only 3 points on the XY grid and seeing how many things that could possibly be said about them. Amazingly, I've already written 6 pages about just those 3 points, so it's pretty unreal how many things you can actually connect it to. And even more amazing is that I'm not really using any sort of extreme math, I'm actually using everything taught in grade 10. It actually shows you in math that you can say a lot of things about a little bit of information, and that's pretty fascinating. Finally, on to our match. My move is pawn from b1 to c1. By the way, I actually recently discovered something pretty cool in chess. It's a match played in the 1850s and it's known as the Immortal Game. And in this game, the white team sacrifices a queen, a bishop, and 2 rooks, and only gets 3 pawns in return, and ends up actually checkmating their opponent. So look it up on Wikipedia, it's a thing of beauty. That's all I've got to say. So long for now.